And we went, sauntered down the way, looking in the shops, and got to the plane, and God, it was getting ready to leave, and I said, what happened to us? The four of us had a loss of memory there. We could have missed the whole plane. So, so anyway, we got on the plane, and we flew from Paris to Atlanta. Then we got off at Atlanta, and we flew. Where did we go? I think that, yes, we got off at Atlanta, and then we flew to Little Rock, and there was just the three of us, and Coloma went to California, and the three of us went to Little Rock, and then Bob was there meeting us, and then I went to the Holiday Inn Express and stayed overnight, and then got up the next morning and flew back to Fayetteville. But I was the only one on that plane, too. I'm telling you, I don't know if I'm a jinx to the company or what, because it's unbelievable, you know, one person on the plane. Then somewhere along the way, I lost the lock to my duffel bag. I don't know, perhaps, you know. So, but when we left Roberto and Rafu, who calls me Mama, we had lots of hugs and kisses by the side of the road there, and Henri came with us to help us out to get to the plane. So what else? What can I say? Let's see if I have any time to say anything. Yes, we have thoughts of Africa. I don't know. This was my 5th time there, and of course this was not the 5th time to the same place. This was the first time I ever went to this part of Africa. I'd been to all the other parts there. But they say savu, savu, hello, hello. And we saw so much. We saw those Fulani women. They were all so beautiful. What beautiful women the Fulanis are. We never saw the men. I'd like to see what they look like. But the women had the huge gold earrings, and we saw the people in the villages that were scared of us with our white faces and our cameras, and they'd say, they learned 2 words in English. Don't point, when we were trying to photograph. No, no. I guess they thought their spirit would be taken away from them if they were photographed. And we saw the old chiefs, and we saw the sounds and the smells and the sights of the wonderful markets, and people walking in the wilderness, walking barefoot on nettles and rocks, in total wilderness. We saw that on our last drive when we came home. And the houses all of mud bricks. They were clean inside. So many swept nicely inside and things placed correctly, but so much plastic garbage outside. Everybody opens up whatever they've got and throws the stuff on the ground. Nobody, I can't understand it. I know that if I was married to a man there, I would be out there sweeping it in piles, picking it up, and putting it someplace else. But they don't. They just leave it there. And we saw so many mosques and tugunos, so many. And the vendors were forever. Vendors. Oh, I have good buys for you. Oh, yes, you do. I'm sure you do. But we're not buying from you. And all you kids were kadu, 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 calls from the children for the gifts and the market and the festivals, with all the people smiling and laughing. Masses of people in towns, and the mamas with babies on their backs, and little 6-year-old kids carrying babies, taking care of babies. You wonder, where are the mothers all day? The kids are taking care of the babies all day. And forever, the herds of sheep and goats and donkeys and horned steers. And we saw the camels, so stately, and our trip on them that gave us aches and pains, and the fascinating baobab trees. I loved those. Of course, that's from a different part of Africa, and that's why I was looking for the acacia trees, but there was none here. This and the land that has no grass for the herds. And we saw fancy Moorish stores in the mosques